What's up? What's up, Fin fam? This is TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live on this beautiful Sunday. I hope it's beautiful for you all. Well, if you're watching and you're alive, it's beautiful anyway. So I hope y'all are enjoying your Sunday. We're just right after the 1 o'clock hour. And I got a playback. All right, I'm good. All right, so y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in the building. We're going to give about a minute or a minute and a half for people to come into the room as YouTube hopefully sends out the notifications. Shout out to Baby Bruh 25 Dolphin fan. Said, what's up, Fin fam? Was the first one in the building today. Last name Bird _1. I've been great, man. Thanks for asking. Vinos said Ruiz. Yes, we're going to be talking about Cesar Ruiz. No, we ain't going to be talking about him, but let me be clear. We'll get into it. Mar Justice, the first mod in the building. JD Diesel, homie. L Burgess, I see you, man. I'm good, TW Bluff. Vic, the homie Vic in the house, y'all. He said, hey, everyone, season's coming. Hey, we going to get there, Vic. I'm going to try my best to get us there. You know, we got this long break of an off season, but as we continue to break down this team and talk about Dolphins news and football news, we're going to get there. I promise y'all, it's going to feel like it's going to take a long time. And then when we get there, it's going to be like, man, that happened fast. So, you know, the longest time is when you're like 10 days away. You're 10 days away from preseason, or no, 10 days away from camp. That's the longest time. It's like, 10 days and we got camp. So I ain't even stressing yet. Shout out to Josh Hart in the building. What's up, homie? Powerhouse TJ in the house. What's going on, Dwayne? Glad you with us, homie. What's up, TD? How are you and family? Very excited about our upcoming season, man. No doubt, no doubt. We all are, man. Powerhouse, what's up, my friend? Glad you're here, TD. Thank you, Vic. Love you, man. We are blessed with our coach. Yes, we are. Afternoon. Hey, we are all most excited to see develop this season. Who are you? Oh, I said we are all. Oh. Who are y'all most excited to see develop this season? For me, I want to answer that before we dive into what we're doing. The player that I'm most excited to see develop this season is Preston Williams. See, we all think that it's all cream and sugar. No, I want to see him become that guy in this league. Yeah, some people don't realize what it'll mean if he became that guy. Undrafted player, we didn't have to waste money on him. We didn't have to waste a draft pick on him. Man, I want to see that guy have a huge season. Love your show, TD. Fin fam for life, dude. I love you. I appreciate that, man. All this affirmation, all this stuff to making me feel good. Y'all ain't got to make me feel good, man. It's about y'all, man. Let's see here. Brian Flores is GOAT. We're going to keep on screaming it to the rooftops, man. Miles Johnson, TD, you ready for a 19-0 season? Yes, I am. Hey, I count preseason, homie. 23-0, baby. 23-0. 23-0. All right, 23-0. Preston for sure. Me too. What's good? Anyway, let's get started, y'all. We got 90 people in the building. Y'all hit that like button. We already got 2 unlikes on the video, so that means Matt Burke and Adam Gates are present. Hi, guys. Glad you're not with Miami anymore. Oh, man. Hey, y'all know TD love trolling, man. All right, anywho, man, let's go ahead and dive into this conversation, guys. Y'all punch those like buttons to wipe out those non-likes, guys. But okay. So there was some news that came out, and it was kind of via the Saints. The Saints selected Cesar Ruiz, the center. All right. Let's see if y'all know what team Cesar Ruiz played on. Put it in the comment section because I want to see how many people are familiar with who I'm talking about. I don't like giving direct answers anymore because people argue stuff they don't even know what they talk about. So what team did Cesar Ruiz play on? Somebody with football knowledge, let me know in the comment section. Powerhouse is right. Holden is right. Javier Bat is right. Caleb, Jeremy, everybody, Dwayne. Okay, everybody. Okay, y'all know what y'all talking about. All right. Well, somebody said Saints. I guess you're right. So the Saints selected Cesar Ruiz at number 24. Now, the Saints had a lot of needs, and a lot of people were shocked when they took Cesar Ruiz. But why did the Saints take Cesar Ruiz, the center out of Michigan, at number 24? First and foremost, he was what many would argue the top center in the draft, and that's arguable. But many would argue that's the guy that you want to build with your franchise, and the Saints were able to get him at the 24th pick. Now, the Saints came out and they basically said they had great knowledge that there were two teams that were going to take Cesar Ruiz behind them because they were considering not taking Cesar Ruiz. They were considering taking another player and then trying to move up or whatever it may be to go get Cesar Ruiz later in the first. But they got good knowledge that the Miami Dolphins, it was the next man on their board to take at number 26, and that the Kansas City Chiefs at 32 was the next team that was going to select Cesar Ruiz. And they had no wiggle room, and they had to get him at 24. Now, when I heard about that was loaded. I hope y'all heard all the details in that. I said one sentence, and there's a lot. That is jam-packed. There's some problems with that, and there's some good things with that. First and foremost, man, shout out to Miles Johnson. He know what time it is, what I'm thinking. How do you get very credible knowledge that the Miami Dolphins are going to take him at 26? Because I believe it. You heard Greer and Flores. Like, think about it. There's too much evidence to say that this situation is true. There's too much evidence to say that it's true. But first of all, who's snitching? Who out here giving the Saints the inside track that we're about to take Cesar Ruiz, which, might I add, would have been an excellent pick. They went Jackson at 18, and if they would have went Cesar Ruiz at 26, it would have been like, because that's what I was telling y'all in the first place. Remember, after day one, I was like, I like our first round pick, but I want 2 offensive linemen at a minimum. I said, y'all remember months ago, I said, if we do take a quarterback at 5, I don't care who it is, then the only way I'll be all right with that is if we offensive line at 18 and offensive line at 26. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I said that clear as day. Offensive line at 18, offensive line at 26, if we take a quarterback at 5. If we take a quarterback at 5. If we took the nose tackle, Derek Brown, at 5, then I said that I'm taking a corner and an offensive lineman with the other 2 picks. But we went ahead and we got the quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. And I said, none of this Tua stuff matters if we don't get the protection. So it makes me feel good as a Miami Dolphin fan, and I hope it makes y'all feel good to know that they selected Tua. They addressed O-line at 18. Their intentions were to address O-line at 26. We just signed the center in free agency on a 1-year deal. Come on, y'all Dolphin educated fans. We try to educate over here. Tell me who the center we brought in at free agency on a 1-year deal. Put it in the comment section. I just got to test people because I love knowledge. I love for everybody to know what we're talking about when we're talking over here. Who did we get in the first? Who did we get in free agency on a 1-year deal? Ted Karras. Ted Karras. There's a reason it was a 1-year deal. What this taught me is this, guys. What Miami is trying to do is bring in the free agents on a 1 and a 2-year deal to teach their rookies how to become pros. If we had gotten Cesar Ruiz, there is an argument to be made that Cesar Ruiz wouldn't have started this year for the Miami Dolphins, and Ted Karras would have. There is an argument to be made because if we are to believe that Tua is going to sit and become a pro for the first year, then there is reason to believe that across the board on our team with these young, valuable assets that we have. It's just not the quarterback position where you got to sit them and give them knowledge. That same theory applies for everyone. That's why I don't understand when people say that about Tua, but they don't say it about some of the other guys. We should keep the same energy for everyone. But that is neither here nor there right now. But it told me that Karras was only the 1-year plan, and they had planned on Cesar Ruiz being the guy to take that position. That's so classic Patriots. Have a guy on a contract year, and then they draft a replacement, and the replacement doesn't play unless there's an injury. And then all of a sudden, the veteran has his contract up and they shake his hand and say, thanks for your services, go get paid. And then they insert the rookie who has more knowledge, much more knowledge. So this is what's interesting about it. And it might have been a Tunsil situation. Tunsil was our left tackle, but he played right guard his rookie season. Cesar Ruiz is versatile. He could have played the guard position as well. So it might have been Karras and Cesar Ruiz at the right guard. And then Cesar Ruiz comes into that center role in 2021. All of these were scenarios, but they wanted this guy. And Karras on a 1-year deal is evidence that was that could be very true. But what gets me is, who is letting the Saints know that the Dolphins were going to take Cesar Ruiz? We might have some leaks. Or maybe they were making an assumption based off of the pre-draft work. But the way that it's being reported is that they had very credible reason to believe that the Dolphins, like they named 2 teams and were specific. The Dolphins want him at 26, and the Chiefs want him at 32. They were specific. And another piece of evidence that would make this story that came out true is when we got to the 26th pick, it was almost like the Dolphins were like, oh my gosh, trade out. We wanted our guy. We were happy, but we couldn't get him. So trade out. We got another option, but we could get him at 30. We could get him at 30. So they traded the 26th pick to 30 and picked up another asset later, and then they selected Noah. Not a bad pick, but once again, it was the contingency. It was the backup plan. There's too much evidence that suggests Flores and Greer came out after the draft and said that, man, they actually said you'll never, oh, this is funny. They said, man, we feel like we did really good in this draft. There was a player or two that we really wanted that we missed on, but we're happy with all the players that we selected. We're happy with all the players that we selected. And the truth be told is, I ain't trying to stir up a controversy with this, but even though we selected Tua Tagovailoa at 5, you might be surprised if who they wanted at 5 was taken in the first 4 picks. But we won't know. We won't know. You might be surprised at that, but they made it clear after day 1. They said these were their words. There was 1 or 2 guys that we wanted, but we weren't able to get. But we're very happy with all the picks that we made. These are their words. So that tells me they know they missed out on a specific pick here and there, and that's very interesting. Very interesting. So again, back to the snitch in the room. Who's telling people? Because they asked Flores, they asked Greer and Flores, and Greer answered. They said, well, who was that player that you missed out on? In their exact words, they were laughing. They were like, you'll never know. You'll never know. Well, it looks like some information is coming out, and we may actually know. It looks like some information is coming out, and we may know. We may know. Now, it doesn't make it 100% factual, but for the Saints to literally have someone speak on this and say, like from the organization, not a rumor, but for the Saints to come out and say, we had very credible reason to believe that the Miami Dolphins were going to select Cesar Ruiz at 26 and the Chiefs wanted him at 30. So we had to jump on it at 24. And here's another piece to validate that. The Chiefs saved $8 million by drafting Cesar Ruiz at 24. That's why they moved on from Larry Warford, and they waited to after the draft to release him. They were boggling in their head. Do we keep Larry? They actually were going to keep Larry Warford, the 3-time Pro Bowler. They said he was due 8 figures. He was about to make 10, 11, 12 million that year. I don't know the exact number, but it was reported 8 figures was his salary cap. I mean, it was his cap hit for 2020. The 3-time Pro Bowler was about to make 8 figures in 2020. Not as a free agent. He was already under contract. His salary due this year was 8 figures, 10 plus million. And they looked at that. They said, man, Cesar Ruiz is right there at 24. This is going to save us money. We can get off of this big contract. I don't think they really had a problem with Larry. They would have kept Larry. The problem is the money. How can they get better? See, y'all know this argument I always make. How can they get better paying players they already have more money when the players they already have aren't Super Bowl worthy? They aren't Super Bowl worthy. We got to get better, and there's only one way to get better: save some money to bring in some more pieces. How can we save money? Come on, we can't pass up on the best center in this game that can also play guard. Let's bring in Cesar Ruiz. And then in a few weeks, we'll let Larry go, and we'll have $8 million that we saved. There goes another valuable piece on this team for $8 million a year to help us get over the hump. That's what it's about. That's what it's. Yeah, the first round picks are a gamble, but go look at what all experts say. It doesn't make it factual because he still has to play it down. Cesar Ruiz is ready to be a pro. Cesar Ruiz is that one guy that everybody knows should work out in the NFL. Why do you think the Miami Dolphins wanted him? Why do you think the Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, wanted him? And why do you think the Saints pounced on him? Pounced on him. Pounced on him, man. It's a beautiful thing for us to know that we were going after one of the best offensive linemen there were, and then we took the contingency plan of trading out of the spot to pick up another asset and then get Noah in the process of getting another asset because we missed our guy. You think the Miami Dolphins had automatically had plans to trade out of number 26? With this information, no. No. They traded out of 26 because their guy was gone and they only had 8 minutes to make a firm decision on the next guy. They didn't have much time to make a firm decision on the next guy. And there probably was some, no in the room or over the conference calls. So they traded out of it and said, let's pick this kid at 30 and pick up another asset later. If I'm not mistaken, that other asset later got us a good player that we like as well. Because we traded out, was it for a 4th round pick? Who did we select with that 4th round pick? Do y'all remember? If I'm not mistaken, who did we select with that 4th round pick? Who did we select? Let me know in the comment section if you know. They made the right call. Absolutely, I do agree that they made the right call. They made the right call. Jeremy Child said a bum. No, we didn't select the bum with the 4th round pick. Do you know who our 4th round pick was? Wasn't it Kinley? If I'm not mistaken. Was it a 4th round pick that we traded the 26th pick for? Or was it a 5th round pick? No. We got the trench player. We got the nose tackle, did we? Hold on. The trade from 26 to 30, I think we gave up 26 and we got 30 in a 5th round pick, right? Let me look that up. I thought maybe we got a 5th round pick and not a 4th. Oh, it was a 4th. It was Kinley. Okay. That makes sense. Either way, whether it was the nose tackle or Kinley, that was a good move. So in essence, for the 26th pick, you got Kinley and Noah. If you ask somebody at number 26, you can get 2 players, Kinley and Noah. Is that a good selection? Is that a good selection? Kinley and Noah. Then is it a good selection? Yes or no in the comment section. Because you can't look at it like, oh, this and that and this. We could have got him later or him later. But look at it like for the 26th pick, you got Kinley and Noah. That's good. That's great. 2 pieces that you can develop to become really good pros in this league. Really good pros in this league. That's what it's about. So I think we won in the situation overall, but Cesar Ruiz was the guy that they wanted because they know what he brings to the table. They know what he brings to the table. But it's interesting that this is coming out because that means, as secretive as the Miami Dolphins were this time, on draft day in the most crucial moment, another team knew your hand. And that has to be a concern. Another team knew your hand. And only Flores and Greer knows if this is true or not. Only they know that they wanted Cesar Ruiz or not. If at 26 they would have picked Cesar Ruiz, only they really truly know. But deep down, if they know that to be true, then that means at the last minute, another team knew your hand, and that is not good. So I hope this is a story that makes it to them, if it is true, and they actually evaluate how this could have happened. And however it could have happened, let's tighten up in that area. Like I said, it could be just the amount of pre-draft work and interviews and stuff we did on the kid. It could just be something as simple as that. But maybe we need to be a little bit more discreet about that going forward. Because I know the importance of actually having a Cesar Ruiz on this roster. I know the importance. I do. Somebody said big reach. Somebody said not a reach. Y'all calling news a reach. We're not reaching. I'm sitting here saying only Brian Flores and Greer would know, unless y'all talk about something else. Only they would know. So if this isn't true, nothing for them to worry about. If it is true, then I hope this makes it to them so that they know, hey, there's something we need to tighten up or evaluate who's in the inner circle and how did the Saints know about this. Because it's interesting that they literally point out, because from my understanding, somebody with the Chiefs confirmed this. So, and then the person with the Chiefs that confirmed it also said they realized they weren't going to get him anyway after this report came out, because even Miami moving down to 30 would have gave them a Ruiz if he was still there and we were 32. Only ones that haven't said anything is the Miami Dolphins, of course. But again, listen. Again, whoever's snitching need to stop that mess, man. You ain't working for us. You're working against us. Unless you were an individual that didn't want him and you wanted another player instead and you were bitter. I don't know. But no, we don't need that in the organization. We don't need that at all. At Big Smoke, a firing is required. Good luck in identifying who actually let the cat out the bag. Good luck in identifying that. I don't think that's going to happen at all. It's just not going to happen. In other news, the Miami Dolphins have waived running back DeLance Turner. We got him last year from the Ravens off of the practice squad. Thought he was a young up-and-coming runner who could, sit on the practice squad for a while and then eventually, if he develops into the back we like, become a reserve player. But we've decided to move on from DeLance Turner. So the running back room just got a little bit thinner, but still is full. You got 3 returning backs plus the new additions of Howard and Brady, which is interesting. I think we did a poll the other day, and everybody said they believe Brady will be Howard will be the starter. But we shall see. True Struggle said, "Did you say Balaj?" No, I didn't say Balaj. I said DeLance Turner. Listen, as much as I say they like Balaj, I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden we got a shocking, Balaj was waived. I don't know. You never know at this point. Let me tell y'all something. Let's be clear about something. This roster is, loaded. The term loaded is a matter of perspective, okay? From my perspective, this roster is loaded. Now, I'm not talking about loaded as far as 10 players and 9 players on a scale of 1 to 10, a whole bunch of 9s and 10s, but it's loaded in the sense of a whole bunch of 6, 7, 8s and a handful of 9s. 6, 7, 8s and a handful of 9s. And I love that type of team because you got a lot of team with a few 9s and 10s and a whole lot of 4, 5, and 6s. I don't like those teams. That's what we've been for the last 20 years. Got your 3 stars and a whole bunch of bums with a few sprinkles of 6, 7s, and 8s. I don't like those teams. But I love that this roster is loaded with 6, 7, and 8s. And we got 90 men on the contract that's close to that build. We got at least 60 people right now that are a 6, 7, 8 or better. At least 60. We got at least 60 players that's on a scale of 1 to 10 are above a 6. So what you think our final 55 is going to look like? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. I don't want to hear the word elite anymore. When it comes to the Miami Dolphins, I personally don't want to hear the word elite. Well, we still need an elite receiver. We still need an elite this or that. When you got elite, his salary is basically 2 players worth. That's what elite does. No, man. Shout out to Pete. What's up, homie? What's up with you, man? Let me check to see what y'all talk about real quick, man. And if you have any questions right now, let me know in the comment section. Feel free to put it in the comment section. I'll answer a few of them, and we'll keep it moving, guys, because I wanted to come live for about an hour, so it looked like we got about over 30 more minutes. So let's have some fun. Let's answer some questions. I just thought this was an interesting story, and I wanted to bring it to you guys' attention. All right? We need players who know what they do on the field. I agree. The roster turnover shows Flores' commitment to improving the roster. You know what? People were arguing last year. Like really go back to last year, all the negative Nancy sitting here arguing. You got to have veterans on. You can't let your best players go. Blah, 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 blah. What are we doing? What are we doing? Is there anybody that still feels like we were being stupid from the decisions that we made in the offseason last year? Is there anyone that still feels like the team is being stupid for the decisions that we made in the offseason last year? Come on. No, man. Somebody said, nope. No, we not. We need players who are smart and know what they're doing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who's starting for you on our front 7? Whew. I already had that. I got it on PowerPoint. Christian Wilkins, Godchild, Ogba, Lawson, Van Noy, Oh man. That's a tough one. I don't know, Raekwon or Baker. Last bird. Give me a matter of fact, I'll probably put that in another video. Give me some time to evaluate what's the best lineup for us right now. Because first I need to get the three up front in line to see if our rookie is going to start in the middle. And if they're going to flex Godchild and Christian Wilkins on the side of them or not. That's going to be the deciding factor of who's going to be at the linebacker position. Because I need to know if our rookie in the 5th round, I believe, Davis, if he's going to actually show up in camp and be that guy that says, go ahead and put me in that middle now. I don't know. I gotta evaluate that. I really do. It's a good question, though. How much cap space we have right now, honestly, it's unknown. People could throw out different numbers because we're still waiting on the final structure of all the contracts, because you don't know until you see the structure of the contract. But if I was to take a guess, 23 mil, if I was to guess. And I think it could be right now as low as 16, 17. So that's where I am with it. Why do I keep thinking that Raekwon Davis was the 5th round? What nose tackle did we get in the 5th round? Or am I just talking crazy and mixing things up right now? Because y'all right, Raekwon Davis is the 2nd round. That's who I was talking about earlier. But did we get another nose tackle in the 5th round? Or am I just talking crazy? I think I'm just mixing the two up. Maybe that's what it is. I'm mixing them up. He was the 2nd round, and I keep thinking the 5th. I don't know why. Because I keep thinking that Noah pick was the 5th, and that's who we got. So maybe I'm off here. Y'all, thank y'all for correcting me, man. Like I always tell y'all, correct me when I'm wrong and acknowledge me when I'm right. We love accurate information over here. So if I'm not telling it how it is, please call it out. I don't feel bad about it. We just want to make sure those who are listening have facts. Reaver and Strawbridge, but Strawbridge is defensive end. Yes. All right. So okay. Let's see. But that's who the front 7. I gotta evaluate that a little better. Hell, I gotta be honest. At this point, I gotta even evaluate the O-line. Who's gonna be our starting O-line? I'm like, I gotta figure that out. We can make a lot of assumptions. Well, this guy can play guard too, and we'll put him there. Well, he should be moved to center. Well, he can play left tackle, but I'm not sure. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Weaver was supposed to go in the 1st round. Interesting. Raekwon Davis in 3rd of football draft. Sure, people say 2nd, now it's 3rd. That's what I'm saying. I could just look it up right now, but I'm just answering questions. Will all our picks make the team, TD? Draft picks? You know what's crazy about that? I'm going to say yes. But our roster is so, I like our roster so much that it makes me feel like 1 or 2 shouldn't, but yes, they will. They were our draft picks. Very confident that yes. Yes. Like, who doesn't make it? TD, do you think we should trade for Leonard Fournette? No. No. We have the running backs we need to be successful in the backfield, but it's not up to them. It's also contingent on the offensive line. It's also on the O-line. You see this? Let me go up to Vic. What did Vic say? Let me find this comment. Oh, man, I don't see it. It must be way back here. Vic, I don't see it, and I'm way back at 3 minutes ago. Oh, is that it? Nope. And I'm probably passing and not knowing. Try to repost it, Vic, because I'm not seeing it, bro. Sorry, man. Please forgive me. All right, what else we got? Let's see. We talked to Jacksonville about Fournette before we got Brady. Yeah, and we got Brady. So I don't think the Fournette thing is going to happen. Who is your favorite pick in the draft? I don't know if you've answered that already. I want to say Raekwon Davis, and people are going to say I'm lying, but Tua Tagovailoa was my favorite pick. How could that be your favorite pick if you didn't want him there? I have always told y'all I didn't want him at number 5 because there were other players that I would have taken before him at 5. But knowing how we are addressing the O-line, we have a hell of a weapon in that young man. And I think that the flaws that I feel like he has, he will take care of, and we will take care of. And that's a massive pick. I think that we have the best quarterback in the AFC East. But again, y'all, what y'all got to understand about TD, that doesn't change the fact that there were players that I would have taken before him at 5. That's why I told y'all, if he was available at 18, TD would have snatched them all day. It's just that my value for him with the injury concern, because if just say we're wrong about him and you missed out on some of those guys that were available, that's tough. It was tough for me, you know? So my most exciting pick was Tua Tagovailoa at 5, especially when we got our offensive lineman at 18 and we tried to at 26, but we doubled back and still addressed it in the second round. So that's my thought. FGD Fans Talk, name a player who was available you would have taken at 5. That was available? Let me go back and look, because I could name probably 3 of them. Okay? First. I could name about 3 of them I would have. And it's just me. Doesn't mean you. Just me. All right, let's see. No, 2 of them. 2 of them. Because I keep forgetting Andrew Thomas went before Tua. Because I've always wanted Andrew Thomas. Everybody knows that as well. He was actually the first person I was ringing the bell for. Then I wanted Derek Brown. Because Derek Brown went number 7th. I would have taken Derek Brown over him. I would have taken Isaiah Simmons. And that's it. I would have taken Derek Brown and Isaiah Simmons and Andrew Thomas, but Andrew Thomas went 4th. That's just me. It doesn't have to be you, but TD would have taken either one of those guys. Those were the 3 guys that I would have taken over Tua. Of course, Joe Burrow as well. So I got 4 guys. I mean, let's not talk about the ones before that because they went rightfully so. So for me, Tua Tagovailoa was the 7th best player in this draft that I would have taken, in major part due to his injury. Joe Burrow was number 1. Chase Young was number 2. All right. Jeff Okudah was number 3. On my board, Derek Brown would have been number 4. Andrew Thomas would have been number 5. Isaiah Simmons would have been number 6. And Tua would have been number 7. That would have been my big board. That's what I would have done. TD, what about Jedrick Wills and Tristan Wirth? Yeah, but I like Andrew Thomas over them. So if you're not my number 1, Tua comes before you. That's what it's always been for me. That was my only holdup, guys. That was my only thing with the 5th pick. There were a few guys that were going to be available that I liked over Tua, and I would have taken them. That has always been my argument. And my logic behind it was me arguing for months about the injury concern and us acting like this kid is 100 out of 100 on the scale when he has things that he can improve on as well. And then things that we may not know he can improve on because he was in a perfect situation. See, I believe in this element of not knowing, the element of unknowns. Because you put Tua on Alabama, you're going to see his best football. But you put him on a mediocre team, you're not going to see his best football, but you can feel like he has the potential to play better. But we ignore that because when you get in the NFL, you're not going to be in the best situation. College isn't set up like the NFL because college doesn't have a salary cap. College has a popularity contest. And Alabama is leading the polls in popularity. So every top player in the nation is going to pick Alabama 9 times out of 10 before any other team. Imagine that being the NFL. Shout out to Pete with the donation, said if Tua don't start week 1, I guarantee Tua will bust. Don't do that. Don't do that, Pete. We don't know. But imagine that in the NFL. Imagine the NFL being a popularity contest where you could say, imagine the NFL without a salary cap. Imagine the NFL without a salary cap. The richest team, whoever the richest owner is, would win multiple Super Bowls. Go ahead and take your Pro Bowl roster from last year and put them up against any team. They're going to win Super Bowls. I know it got to come together, but no, I mean, when you got the best of the best, it is what it is. It is what it is. The quarterback's going to win MVP every year because he's going to throw for 7,000 yards every year, 80 touchdowns. Defense is going to be historical every year. Best of the best. So that's where I am with it. There is something called put that great player on a mediocre team. Now let's see what happens. And it keeps happening in the NFL. The best player goes to the worst team and ruin players and ruin them. So that's why I felt like the team is the most important thing in the NFL because you got to build a great team. And what a lot of quarterbacks have benefited from over the last 10 years is what teams have benefited from in the last 10 years are rookie contracts. When a great quarterback from college is on a rookie contract, the team can afford to put all the weapons they need around them. And that's why half of the playoff teams have a quarterback that's on a rookie deal. That's kind of crazy when you really think of it. We can break it down in a second, but before we do, shout out to Vic with the donation. Vic said, TD, how about a video of Chan Gailey coaching method and style and which of our players will have it easy in the system and who may have to work harder to fit in it? Appreciate you, brother. Phins up. I got you this week, Vic. Let me get that down. I got you, bro. I just got to put it down. Okay. Chan Gailey coaching style, players that benefit, and those who don't. Or parenthesis, have to work harder to do so. Got you, Vic. Expect that this week, all right? So we got a loaded agenda this week, but I'll fit it in. All right. But let me pull this up, okay? Let me go 20. Hold on. NFL playoffs. Let me see this real quick. Y'all bear with me. All right. All right. Got it. All right. So let's break this down. Now, remember, here's the parameters. A quarterback on their rookie deal or making less than 15% of the salary cap. I want y'all to think about that, all right? San Francisco, Garoppolo is making more than that percent of the salary cap. All right, first of all, the salary cap was $190 million. Let's go ahead and see what 15% of $190 million is. Y'all give me a second. Let me add that up. 190. All right, make it less than 28.5 million. I'm not even going to do that. I'm actually going to go even further and say making less than 10% of the salary cap. I'm going to even be generous. I'm going to say quarterbacks making less than 10% of the salary cap. So 19 million is the parameter, is the mark, okay? Now we know it's still a little unbalanced if you're making 22, 23, but let's just say 19 million. We're going to be even generous in this argument, okay? So watch how many teams had a quarterback making 10% or less of the salary cap. San Francisco, out of the question. Garoppolo, I believe, made more than that. Seattle, out of the question, made more than that. Eagles, I don't know how much they quarterback making. Y'all know how much Winston's making? Let's see. Wentz contract per year. All right, he makes more, okay? So TD's 0-3 in his theory. Okay, he's 0-3. TD, you 0-3. It ain't looking good for you. All right, let's keep it going. The Vikings, I'm 0-4. Saints, 0-5. TD, your theory just ain't adding up. You're 0-5 already. Green Bay, 0-6. The NFC, wow. The NFC, all of them veteran quarterbacks. Wait, is this the right one? Let me push this over. All right, so here we go. AFC, Baltimore. All right, that's 1. Buffalo, that's 2. Texans is 3. That's about to change. Kansas City, 4. Tennessee, 5. Patriots, I don't know what Tom was making last year. I'm going to say he was over. I think he was slightly over, even though he took a cut from his team regardless. Do y'all see how crazy that is? That the NFC is paying the quarterbacks right now, but the AFC isn't? But the AFC is the ones that won the Super Bowl, by the way. Is this correct? Hold on. Oh, the Ravens were the favorite to win, but they didn't win. That's what this is saying. And that's 20 million. Oh, Tom Brady was making 20 million last year. So it's kind of even. I didn't know that though. The NFC is paying quarterbacks and the AFC isn't right now. The AFC has everybody on a rookie deal and a young deal. Okay? Half of the playoff teams were not taxing their team. They were able to get good, well-rounded teams around them. Baltimore, best record in the NFL, surrounded by talent because Lamar Jackson was making peanuts. Josh Allen, same thing. Deshaun Watson, same thing. It's about to change. Kansas City, they really benefiting from that luxury. Tennessee, what? Tannehill was making $8 million or something like that? I don't even remember. But it was a low amount. It was a very low amount. I think Tannehill was making like $7 million or something like that. Shout out to Dolphin82 with the donation, said, TD, new listener, you are very knowledgeable about football. will tuning daily. Keep it up, bro. Miss Fert Rocker Sale. Appreciate that, Dolphin 82. Love you for that. Always love those comments. And I appreciate you recognizing that. Not to toot my own horn, but it makes me feel good, like I'm here for a reason. Thank you so much. Okay. In the Patriots, Tom Brady, you already know the situation. He always make as much as he can with as little as he need to have great talent around him. In the NFC is totally opposite of that. But the best team in the NFC to come out was the 49ers, and they lost to the AFC. And usually if you got more talent on your team, you win. But you know what's crazy? The NFC is about to change that whole narrative themselves. San Francisco, there was rumors floating around that they might even move on from Garoppolo, but they sticking with him. But I could tell that another year or two of not getting it done, they're going to know that, because they can't go into the offseason feeling like if he would have made that one big throw, we would have been Super Bowl champs. Garoppolo has a lot of ownership in the reason why they didn't win. Seattle, it came out last week. They were trying to trade Russell Wilson because of the salary. It came out. Eagles, that's always a crazy situation. They ain't been worthy since Foles. And they loaded up that year when they had them on low deals. Saints, Drew Brees is just a freak of nature in the game of football. He's going to always carry them. But it's not getting the job done. It's just not. It's not getting it done. It's a whole bunch of repeats of good seasons that fall short. Or it's getting robbed in some cases, but it still wasn't for the Super Bowl. Green Bay, they drafted their quarterback of the future. Y'all mark my words. Jordan Love is going to develop behind Aaron Rodgers, and they're going to move on at some point. They'll move on, just like Brett Favre. Vikings, man, I ain't even want to talk about their situation. It's just weird to me. So they're about to transition a few years late, just like the AFC has done over the last 3 years. Because think about it. Baltimore, new quarterback in the last 3 years. Buffalo, new quarterback in the last 3 years. Houston, new quarterback in the last 3 to 4 years. Kansas City, new quarterback in the last 3 to 4 years. Tennessee, same thing. Patriots, the only ones. And the NFC is about to go through the same thing. And then you look at the other teams in the NFC, like the Cowboys, they've already gone through it, and they've been competitive, but they can't. See, the problem with the Cowboys is, and people like, they need to pay Dak. Why are they going to pay somebody that they can't figure it out with them at a low price, and we're supposed to figure it out with them at a high price? Like, Jerry Jones is like the only one in the NFL that sees what I continue to tell y'all about. Jerry Jones is the only one in the NFL that continues to see exactly what I'm telling y'all about, and he's holding to his guns, and I just feel like he's going to give in, and I hope he don't. Be smart. Right now, he's being smart by not giving in, because it's not going to help your franchise. It's going to take it down. How can you get better with the same quarterback by paying him $35 million more? And you got to go through the roster and take away $35 million. How do you get better? How do the Chiefs get better by adding $35 million onto Mahomes' contract and looking at the rest of the people on the roster like, let's cut 35? Who are we going to cut it from? How is the Texans supposed to get better when right now all they're as good as is a first-round exit Just like Baltimore. Well, they went to the second round, finally, but got kicked out. How are they supposed to get better by adding $30 million onto their quarterback and looking at the rest of the roster like, who are we going to take $30 million from? It can't be Tunsil. Matter of fact, we got to take away $35 million because we gave Tunsil about $5 million more than we wanted to. How do you make the roster better? So I'm sorry, when people say pay Dak Prescott, what sense does that make? How is the Cowboys going to get better by adding on $35 million and taking it away in other positions? How? And Miami Dolphins, when Tua wins up 4 Super Bowls in a row, which I hope he does, all we can do is hope and be at the mercy of this kid and hope that he helps the team out and wants to keep on winning. Because one thing I'm happy about is he's already making a lot of money off the field. Jersey sales. He already has like 6 endorsement deals. Fanatics was his most recent one that they just signed him to an endorsement deal. I hope he makes so much money off the field and he wins Super Bowls and he says, you know what? Just pay me $25 million on my next contract per year. I just want to keep winning. In the great words of Tom Brady, I enjoy the competitive advantage of having better talents around me, because I'm going to go on the record now and I'm going to tell y'all, if Tua Tagovailoa is a winner in this league in his first few years and he demands to set the market when his time is here, which the market in about 4 years is probably going to be somewhere like 52, 53 million a year. And that ends up being a whopping amount of the salary cap. We don't get better. You lose an additional $40 million worth of talent surrounding him. That's how that works. So I hope, you got to hope for his success, because his success in winning and becoming polarizing means more off the field money. And the more off the field money you make, the more likely you are to say, hey, I'll take a cut, because I'm making as much money off the field as I make on it. Why not? And I'm only making the money off the field because I'm winning. I mean, he's making it now without playing it down, but he's going to keep making it and make even more if he's winning. It's a fragile conversation that nobody wants to have. They want to ignore it until you're faced with the situation. And if that day comes where the Miami Dolphins are like, oh my gosh, we got to sign Tua on his new deal, people get excited about having the highest paid player. People got excited about Ndamukong Suh breaking the bank with us. It made Dolphin fans feel good. Yeah, we got the highest paid this. Yeah, Xavier Howard, the highest paid corner. Yeah. People get excited, not realizing that hurts your team. It's like a pride of knowing you have the highest paid player because that means he's the best. And then they quickly realize he's no longer the best because the people that he needed around him to help him be the best are no longer there. Then we start the excuse game. Well, it's not his fault they're not putting the pieces around him. Yes, it's not his fault, but it is his salary's fault. It's his salary's fault. This game isn't one trick fit, one piece fits all. It's so much to think about. You can't have a simplistic mindset or approach about it. Just pay the guy. Just pay the guy. Like there's no salary cap. Like there's no salary cap. Can't do it. Then he won the job for Rosen as insurance for Tua. Tua won the championship. Hey, Dwayne, I'm good. And you? Question to the administrators. I just came in this chat after reading the title of the video. My apologies. Trotman, Stevens, Bond, or Ruiz? Ruiz. I'm going to ignore Pete from this point on, but trust and believe he's just a two-way hater, and he's 100% wrong. What's up, Rip? Will the coaches and management be on the same page this year, TD? Absolutely. We haven't had a moment of a hiccup of not being on the same page. They're going to be on the same page. It is almost going to be nearly impossible to break up Flores and Greer being on the same page. Almost impossible. TDPHINSTALK, thank you. No problem. Got you. Fall, Eagles, fall. Go asleep. I'm not a Tua hater. If I'm right, the man is soft. Well, you know what? I will defend Pete. Well, I ain't going to say the man is soft. That ain't fair, Pete. But I will defend anybody who has an opinion about a player. Time will tell. The problem is people want to argue about stuff that time will tell. If somebody say, oh, he's not going to be good in the NFL, you can't get mad at them. It's their opinion, but time will tell. If somebody says he's going to be the best of all time, you can't get mad at them. Time will tell. Something as basic as this player is going to be good in the NFL. Time will tell. It always tells us. Tannehill will never go to the playoffs. Time told us. Well, he'll never get out the first round. Time told us. Second round, time told us. You know? Time always tells. And then you can validate whether what you said in the past was false or negative. We can disagree right now, but we shouldn't be getting mad at each other over something that time will tell. Because a lot of times you're just right. And a lot of times you're just wrong. But time will tell. You know how many things are waiting in the wind to see if TD was right or not? The Miami Dolphins will not draft Tua Tagovailoa at number 5. Time told TD he was wrong. And when you're wrong, it's nothing to feel bad about as long as you change, as long as you can accept that you were wrong and that you've changed your stance because facts were now presented. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's the people that still hold on to it. That's not right. We should have never drafted him at 5. Hold on, we did. So it happened. Now time is going to tell us whether we should have or we shouldn't have. So, TD, I'm liking you more all the time. Oh my gosh. Shut the channel down. Mike said that. Hold on. Let me put it on the screen. What? What? Oh my God. Somebody screenshot it. TD, I'm liking you more all the time, bro. Oh my God. Hold on. Who done hacked Mike's account? Who done hacked Mike's account? What's going on? Who has hacked Mike's account? Mike, all right with me, man. Mike trolled me all day, and I try to troll Mike. He's winning the battle, by the way. I must be honest. He is winning the troll battle, but that was a shocker, though. That was a shocker. That's all right, though. Mike the homie, man. Oh man. Man, Jerry Charles have it. TD, how you going today? How am I going? I don't know how I'm going. But I think I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Somebody said heal him. He stole my name, Mike the Milkman. Oh Lord. All right, Cam Akers, I hope he balls out. Well, we hope a lot of people ball out. He keeps saying Rosen is a better quarterback than 2 rows and had more yardage in college. Okay, and 200. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all on Rosen? Also, Rosen, since he's been with Miami, for you to be so sure. I don't know if that's a question or he commented to somebody else. All right. Who just won a roll? TD, I'm getting mad at the fact that he keeps saying Tua is soft and has never been in a street fight in his life. It's all right, Billy the Kid. See, you can't listen, Billy. The thing is, don't get mad though. Okay, I always try to tell people this. I tell everybody, don't lose twice. He said it. That already angered you. And your reaction being negative behind it by getting mad, that's like a double loss. Just hear what he say. If you disagree, ignore it and disagree, and let time tell. Let time speak for itself. You know, if Tua come out there, he's shrugging off linemen, he's breaking tackles, he's winning games, he's doing this, he's not getting hurt. You know, then you come in the comment section where all those people, you ain't even got to say the name, where all those people that say he was soft. Oh, okay, I thought so. You know, that's all you got to do, bro. No, listen, man, people comments, you know, I got to bring y'all back to old school. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You know, at the end of the day, it's true. It is what it is. People are going to say stuff, man. People are going to be mean and vile or say things that you feel certainly aren't true. But, you know, give your thoughts and leave the people be. Let them believe what they believe. At the end of the day, that belief will either be proven right or wrong. Let me say this. Sometimes you don't have to take a side, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be honest. That's what I get a lot. I get that a lot. That's what people hate about this channel the most. The people that unsubscribe to me and email me or message me in the comment section or whatever that says I'm unsubscribing, do you know what the number one complaint I get about this channel? Is the fact that I don't take sides and people want you to. And that's the problem in this world today. There are too many sides. And in my opinion, the realest of people don't take sides. They sit back and watch everybody that do and listen to their facts and make their own internal conclusion. And if their conclusion ends up siding with one side, they don't even let them know, and they don't bash the other side. Because everybody has their belief and because everybody has a reason for what they believe. And different people's reason is different. Different people's reason is different. It's different. So you don't have to take a side. And even if you believe one over the other, you can hold it for yourself and let them banter. Know what you know. It's a self-confidence. It's a self-confidence. TD, why can't you just say one or the other? Because I'm waiting on the facts. I don't like speaking ignorance out of my mouth. And sometimes I'll give you my opinion and tell you what I think, but it don't make it right. It don't make it a fact. Time is going to tell us that. We all got beliefs, things that we agree about and disagree about, but it shouldn't change how we feel about each other. We got to stop disliking each other because we believe in two different things. I love y'all, by the way. Man, it's that simple, man. I love y'all. Whether y'all agree with me on this subject, disagree with me on that one, and hate me about this one and hate me about that one, I love y'all. Don't let the conversations we have make you not like me. Man, you don't love X? Yes, I do love X. I don't love him over certain players. I love X. He's a really good piece to have on any team in this league. Only thing I argue is he's not what all y'all make him out to be. That's it. I love X being a Miami Dolphin. But I don't make him out to be what some of y'all do. That's all. You know? Yeah, nothing's personal, y'all. Nothing's personal at all. At all. This world is full of just a whole bunch of misunderstandings. The world is full of misunderstandings and people too deep in their feelings about what they don't even understand or misunderstand. It's that simple, man. There is that TD love. Share it, TD. I try, man. It's TD love. Yeah, that's love, y'all. Love, not hate. That's love, man. It's that simple, man. TD 2020. No. TD ain't running for president until 2040. All right. Y'all get ready to punch that ticket. 2040. TD for president. I'm serious, by the way. Some of y'all gonna be like, man, I gotta look for that clip. He actually said that. He really did say that. He said that 20 years ago. 2040, TD. Hey. I'm serious. I'm seriously serious. 2040. Y'all look up. Y'all look out for it. Okay? Look out for it. If you can get behind a decision from your favorite team, then you not a fan. Simple. Yeah, X will be the best this season. Time will tell. TD, I believe Chad Gailey's system and drafting. Oh, man, I'm behind. TD, I believe Chad Gailey's system and drafting big old line set up perfectly to protect Tua. If he plays, I hope so. 2040 President TD. President Dow. Yes, it's going down. TD, the Dolphins ready this year. Yes, and every year after that. Super Bowl 2040. It better be Super Bowl 2020. No, 2021, because 2020 is just a regular season. TD's campaign slogan, attributables. No. TD's campaign slogan, what would it be? My campaign slogan would be, I love y'all. It's that simple. That's my campaign slogan. I love y'all. I really do. I love y'all. To everybody in the nation, I love y'all. I love every single one of y'all. No matter who you are, what you believe in, what you like, what you don't. If you hate me, I love you. That's my slogan. And it always will be. I promise you that, man. I promise you. I don't care how bad you are, how vile you are, how much you hate me, how much you want me gone. I love you. I love you. I love you. I've never seen that before. So it's about being what you never seen and what people don't think is possible. I love you. TD rookies at offensive tackle, your thought. Listen, if they playing, if they doing their job, let's roll. If they doing their job, let's roll. But it's a little nervous, but hey, it's called coaching. It's called coaching, okay? That's simple. It's called coaching, man. Dolphin, they'll be better than last year's tackles. True. True. This year's tackles still should be better than last year's. And if that's the case, much more respectable, even as rookies. Even with rookies. TD campaign slogan, hit that like button. Now, you know what? When I think about my future as the president of the United States of America, I will be saying hit that like button. Because every single night of my presidency, 8 years of it, I will literally have a live stream every night to tell the American people what's happening in every single situation in this world, why we're doing what we're doing. Y'all talk to me about it and give facts so people can stop spreading false information that muddies it all and make people hate each other. That's what I would be. I would be live every night on every single platform known to man, because every platform will want it because it'll have the biggest audiences ever. I would be like, and all the proceeds on all those platforms will go to charities and different things or whatever. It might even fund big programs like Social Security, all that type of stuff. Who knows? But I would literally be live every night talking about every single issue. Everything. Giving facts so people can start running around spreading false information. That's the number one thing that can bring us together if everybody had the facts, but we can't get it because in today's world, information flies so fast and most of it is false. And if we ignore the other side's information, we'll never come to an agreement. That's just my thoughts. Y'all got me getting into politics. But anyway, so hey, 2040, excuse me, punch that ticket. TD talks, Julian Davenport was a right tackle for a left-handed QB in college. Thoughts? Listen, Julian Davenport, he got to beat out some guys. I'll put it like that. Listen, if you're looking at TD to tell you who's going to be the starting 5 offensive linemen, don't waste your time, because it might be the undrafted rookie that's playing best in camp. Again, the O-line will be the epitome of whoever gives us the best chance to win. When they were in camp, they were switching this guy out, switching that guy out, moving him to guard, moving him to tackle, give him a few reps at center. They're just trying to find a cohesive group, a unit. They're trying to find a cohesive unit. So it could be any one of those guys. Whoever's going to work well together the best, that's who we're going to go with. See, the O-line, you can't take favorites. Jackson might not even start. I mean, I would bet that he would, but whoever's going to give us the best unit, whoever's going to give us the best. So Davenport playing left tackle and having experience at right, that's good for him, but he's still going to have to show up and play better than somebody else at one of them. He's going to have to show up and play better than somebody else at one of them. I don't care which one it ended up being. He got to earn a position. They need a cohesive group that's going to work together to have the running game successful and have the quarterback protected. It's that simple. It's that simple, man. So please don't look for TD for, is this guy going to start on the O-line? Your guess is good as mine. Matter of fact, your guess is as good as Flores's right now. Flores will be the first one to tell you, I have no clue. We got to get these guys in camp and see who's gelling, who's playing the best ball, who's giving us the best chance to win. Nobody knows. We can sit here and put up things on the screen and tell you this is what we think it'll be and we feel good about it. That's all fun. That's Dolphin talk. I'm with that. And I'm going to do some of that. But truth be told, at the end of the day, man, who knows? Who knows who are going to be your starting wide receivers? You might look up and one of these UDFAs starts over Preston. Don't be shocked. Wasn't Preston just a UDFA last year who didn't even finish the whole season? And we brought in more guys now that might actually do what he did, maybe even better, and start over him. Don't rule this stuff out. Preston Williams might be a backup to an undrafted guy this year. He was an undrafted guy. Are we automatically going to throw him ahead of everybody else? I mean, if I'm making a depth chart right now, yeah, but think about that. He was a UDFA last year who didn't even play the whole season. So you mean to tell me Kirk Merritt can't come in and do the same thing and stay healthy and start over him? I don't know. Kirk Merritt is a really good wide receiver. He could be the starting one on the outside over all of them except Parker. Who knows? Man, it's going to be interesting. That's the beauty of this camp when we have camp. I think Merritt is going to put in work for us, TD. Listen, I know he is. That's why I'm like, don't talk to me about the receiving core. Don't talk to me about the receiving core. Who knows? I mean, I like that we have all this talent. It's just that nobody's been a solidified. Nobody in the receiving core has done anything for us more than 1 year. Think about it. Do we have one guy on the receiving core has proved himself for more than 1 year? Not even Devontae Parker. So, no, miss me if you think that we can go ahead and make that depth chart. People, TD, make your depth chart. I can make it just to make it for y'all, but it means nothing. It means nothing. It's like a fantasy depth chart because I can make a depth chart right now and put Merritt at number 1. TD, this your depth chart? How could you have this guy that's undrafted in the rookie number 1 or number 2? I can put him number 2. How could you? What are you asking me? That's like saying last year, how could I make Preston Williams number 2 on the depth chart? But that's what he ended up being. So I don't know, man. It's hard for me to want to make a depth chart when people ain't going to do nothing but criticize it anyway like it ain't a possibility. People don't like to talk about possibilities. They want you to tell the future. Let me say that again, and please, everyone, listen. People don't like talking about possibilities because I do that a lot on this show. That way, we're not surprised when they happen. We want to explore every avenue of what could happen. They get mad at me for doing that. They get mad at the possibilities. They want me to tell the future. When I said Laramie Tunsil could get traded, I wasn't telling the future. I was giving you a possibility, and that possibility came true. I was not telling the future. Laramie Tunsil going to get traded. Y'all going to see. I never said that. I said, y'all better look out. He could very well be traded. He could. Look up the definition of could. But people want to make everything I say as if I'm saying it as a fact. I am very particular with my words. So when people call me out and be like, you said this, I'd be very confident. No, I didn't. Because they didn't hear the one word, could. And when you remove the word could, then it sounds like what I said was factual and I'm throwing it at you. And then they argue with me. And then they say, TD always want to be right. When the first thing I said wasn't to be right, it was just something that was possible, so it don't make me right or wrong. You said this, and then you get mad at me whenever I said it ain't the case, and then it didn't happen. I never said it would. It kills me. TD, is your crystal ball broken? Oh, man, where's my crystal ball, man? Listen, not the crystal ball. It's the Miami Miracle Ball. Every time I go on my psyche, Miami Miracle Ball. Woo! Oh, it just gave me something. Oh, put it in my brain. Guess what's about to happen to the Dolphins this year? We win in the Super Bowl, y'all. I just got it from the Miami Miracle Ball. Y'all better believe me. You better believe it. That's what they want from me. That's what they want. Because if I don't give that, TD be yelling at people. If you don't agree with him, he blocks you. That kills it. Now, every time I see that, I just feel like there are haters that want people to not come to my channel. If you don't agree with TD, he blocks you. I was hanging out with Doug the other day on his channel, and somebody said that to me in the comment section. TD, if you don't agree with him, he blocks you. For the record, I have never blocked anyone on this channel that I haven't agreed with. Matter of fact, when I go to my block list, I have 32 people blocked on my channel right now, and every single one of them said something disrespectful or vile or nasty or was a spammer, like sending like crazy, nasty stuff in the comment section. I have never blocked the individual for their opinion. Never. So that narrative, the haters need, well, I'm sitting here telling y'all that the haters need to stop, but it's their job. I need to stop that. That's wrong with me. I'm trying to take their job from them. I'm trying to have people unemployed. It's already bad enough out here. Y'all forgive me for that. Y'all forgive me for that. I'm sorry, haters. Matter of fact, y'all need a raise. The haters need a raise, man. They need a raise. They be working hard, boy. I truly believe that TD, you seem so humble, man. I try to be. And sometimes I feel myself getting out of me, and I got to dial it back in. But sometimes I'm just having fun, y'all. I'm trolling myself just like other people. It's a part of it, man. Do you, bro? That's all I can do. That's all I can do. It's me. You know, I love when people say that. Do you? That's all I can do. You know, man, that's all people can do. Problem is when they're trying to do somebody else. You'll never be someone else. So you're better off doing you. So I ain't gonna lie, it's a world full of people trying to do other people. Do you? Like you said, do you? That's all you can do. Because you can, that's the one thing you can be better than anyone else in. Let me say that again, ladies and gentlemen. Deep lesson from TD. That is the one thing you can be better than anyone else in, is doing you. Nobody can do you better than you. So all y'all who are accomplishment deprived and feeling sorry for yourself, just do you. You'll start to feel a sense of victory. And do you to the fullest and do you as best as you possibly can, and nobody will ever beat you at that. That's where you find your victories. That's where you succeed. That's where you will always be number one. So why would you step outside of that? Looking at other people and trying to be like them or do them. Well, he do it like this and people like it. Do you, and find people that like you doing you. In whatever capacity that is, man. It's crazy. TD, when you become president, can you change the American flag to aqua orange and white? I can't change the American flag to aqua orange and white, but I can make sure there's an aqua orange and white flag with a dolphin logo hanging at the White House. I can make sure of that. I can't change the nation's colors of the flag, but I can make sure that we are represented on the front lawn. Everybody see you a tourist, everybody gonna see it. Everybody. Everybody gonna see it hanging, just flapping. I ain't gonna make it bigger than the American flag, but I'm gonna make it the same size. I'm gonna make it the same size. I'm gonna make it the same size. Just no wind. I'm gonna even have fans behind it. On a non-windy day where all the flags just drooping, it's gonna be the only one with fans on it. Just yep, we rolling. I'm telling you, hey, 2040, baby. If you're a Dolphin fan, punch the ticket. 2040, baby. Oh man. Hey, and the crazy thing is, I am not playing right now. Y'all think I'm joking. I know I'm laughing, but I am so serious. So serious, man. No question. I am so serious, man. Ain't no question. Actually, Belichick tanked the beginning of his career. Blue dreaming. Nope. First year with Pats. Nah, Lord. Yes, we know you are joking. I am not joking, Rhino C. I'm dead serious. I am dead serious, man. Oh, no, I am alive serious. I hate saying dead serious. I still catch myself doing that, but I am alive serious, okay? They strip the team like all new regimes do. Crazy, man. Yeah, you call it crazy now, but we're gonna be represented. Dun, 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 dun. There's a possibility New England never goes to the playoffs ever again. Well, listen, at the end of the day, Bill Belichick's legacy will be written over the next 5 years. That's what I truly believe. Bill Belichick's legacy will be written over the next 5 years. Cool. Not sure he is doing that now, though, right? So I'm wondering why we are worried about pass blocking. We should be worried about how to create our putrid pressure and sack numbers terrible. Well, just bringing in players that have found ways to get to the quarterback and create more hurries and pressures. We've already done things to address that. Now we have to see if it actually becomes tangible on the field on Sundays. So we've actually put a lot of merit in actually addressing that position. From the O-line perspective, we ain't got nobody there's nothing tangible about an offensive lineman that you could, other than their own personal rating, that you can say, oh, okay, they get this done or they get that done. It's already hard enough for O-linemen in this league. It's already hard enough. It's about building a cohesive unit. Just because you got one great guy on the O-line doesn't mean that the O-line or two good guys or three good guys, they got to be able to work together. On the defensive end of the ball, you can have one stud and they can impact the game. You can have that crazy, ridiculous defensive end that gets there and he can impact the game. He can impact the game. So, but I mean, you make a good point though. It's just that overall, O-line is important because you also need to put up some points. Again, you can't lose a game if you stop them from scoring, but you'll be naive to think that you're going to stop everybody from scoring. That's impossible. There's never been a team in NFL history to have a season to allow 0 points. So it's just, you got to be able to worry about both sides of it. I just typed it out. TD, scroll up. Oh, Sharif, what did he type up? I got to scroll up. Sharif, the Dolphins' offensive line is right on par in scale of improvement. We allow 59 sacks, but by week 11, we had 6 turnovers and only 13 sacks. I think it's turnovers, TO. And only 13 sacks allowed to finish 2018. And that's a good point because we did improve later in the season. But Sharif, to kick back on that, a lot of that improvement had to do with us switching the offensive style. We went into a more of a shotgun system where, first of all, Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't have to waste that valuable second and a half on a three-step drop. And he could see the pressure coming right away, and he can make a decision whether to escape it or check down or throw it away. So a lot of that has to do with that. We had to adjust our entire offense to a shotgun style offense in order to minimize the amount of sacks that we were getting. But when we were under center, if we would have remained under center, nothing would have changed. We would have still been on pace. We would have probably had 90 sacks in the season, 80 or 90 sacks. But yes, thank you, Swisher. We went into the pistol. So a lot of that had to do more with the formation to avoid those sacks. So it's just my thought. And, a lot of it, now the O-line did improve, but we don't know what they've done in the run game. Well, we ran the ball a little better. Yeah, but that was, again, out of the pistol. Linebackers are a little bit more bay when the quarterback is in the shotgun. They're a little bit more at bay. They're a little bit more watching to see what we're doing versus being in the I formation and they can come. They can go. And even if they're wrong, they still got a shot of getting there. Because the time it takes the quarterback to get the ball from center and drop back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, they could be making that gain on him. But when you're in the pistol and they see everything coming, it could really be a wasted effort. So it's loaded. Football is loaded, man. Brady is our punching bag. Fast decision making. Sharia, this is done through reps, communication, trusting each other, and gelling. Billy the Kid, okay, but I do believe I'm objective but demanding. Yeah, Dolphin Nation agreed. Faster decision making. All right, y'all. So let me see if we got any more before we get out of here. Henry Jenkins, Henry Jenkins, you're right. Flores is phenomenal. LOL, you should just quit while you're not ahead. Henry, no one here likes New England, so kick rocks and flip-flops. Kick rocks and flip flops. That's the first time I heard that in my life, and that's a good one. Kick rocks and flip flops. Kick rocks and flip flops. That's actually a good one, man. Who was that? That's a good one, man. That's the first time I ever heard that one. Billy the Kid. I ain't laughing at the person you're talking to, as in I'm agreeing with him and being mean, but it was creative. I actually like that. Kick rocks and flip flops. Oh, man. Oh, TD, man. You got to stop that mess. All right, man. Y'all probably heard it before, but TD be behind on some stuff, man. I be behind on some stuff. All right, agree. Thank you, TD and Dwayne. No problem, bro. Parker gonna face double teams if somebody don't step up and take that number 2 spot. We in trouble. I have the confidence somebody's gonna step up because we have options of people who are capable and could step up. And that's all you ask for. If nobody does, that's coaching. That's terrible. You got this amount of options and one of them can't. That would be all coaching, and I have zero reason to believe we won't succeed in that regards. All right. The Dr. at TDPHINSTALK can't wait for week 14. What's happening week 14? Let me read the rest. Let me go back up. The ocean versus the jungle round. Tua versus Burrow. Well, if Tua's playing, right? If everybody else, is arguing it, that's if Tua's playing. That's if he's playing. So we'll see. I would like to see that game, though. That'd be pretty hot, Tua versus Burrow. Can Tua get the revenge? I hope he can get it with Miami over Cincy. But if Burrow was to win that game against Tua, I have to be honest with y'all. TD ain't gonna be happy about that one. They gonna elevate their TD Tua hate status because I don't want to hear it. Let me stop that because those who were in love with Tua before the draft, they gonna be like, well, don't play him. Just don't play him. Don't play him versus Burrow. He has nothing to prove. Don't do it. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never heard as many excuses as I heard lately, man. Never. All right. Yeah, I'm convinced Tua will even practice until I'm not convinced Tua will even practice until midseason. Wow. You serious? Not even practice? If that happens, then yeah, he's definitely still rehabbing. I'm just curious of why his team and representatives say he was 100% if that's the case. That's all I do is do me, TD. You got to, man. I'm happy you are, man. TD, week 2 is easy. Win with Ed Oliver's future suspended. Not crazy. We'll see. Week 1. We made Cutler beat Brady, so we sure as hell can get Tua to beat Joe. Okay. He's going through training camp. TD, I hope you're getting some exercise. Not as much as I like. Thanks, Mike, though. But I'm not getting as much as I like. He ain't hurt anyone. Let me see. What was that? How much is Dak worth? Tua just got a 4-year, $30 million deal. Now, remember, 4-year, $30 million is $7.5 a year. Just $7.5 a year. But that's because of the rookie scale. Tua made about $60,000 more than they projected him to make in his deal. Before the draft and everything, the number 5 pick was supposed to make $4 year, 29 point something mil. And it was 4-year, $30 million. There's like a scale. So, I mean, there was nothing shocking about the contract. Everybody knew how much he was going to make because it's a rookie scale. TDPHINSTALK, to me, I think we shouldn't. Oh, but my bad. Your question was how much is Dak worth? I would pay Dak about $27 million. I would reward him for playing like a first round, somewhat talent for 4 years and kind of offset what he didn't make and give him about $27 a year, which is still overpaid for him, if you ask me. But I'm only rewarding him because he played 4 years under a fourth round contract. So 27. But say he was a first round pick. Listen, I'll pay Dak Prescott $25 million a year because that's what I think he's worth. I don't care what the market says. I'm talking about fair value, not what the market says, not market value. And like I told y'all before, just because one team will say the market says he's worth 40 doesn't mean that's what he's worth. It doesn't mean that's what he's worth. It just doesn't. It doesn't, man. If you go to the store and you see a 2 liter if you see a gallon of water, that's $100, you gonna buy it? No. Just because this store is stupid enough to put that price at that, and that idiot in line right there with that gallon of water in his basket is gonna pay it, doesn't mean that's what it's worth. And that's the problem. We talk about, well, that's what the market says, because the dumb teams want to push it up. Don't fall for that crap. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and give Clowney his $22 million right now? Exactly. How we gonna have principles for one position but not another? None of us would give Clowney $22 million right now, but the market says that. Yeah, it look like people are finally wising up and getting smart. Hell, would you have given Tunsil $22 million? Would you have given Tunsil $22 million? Yes or no in the comment section. I'm curious. I'm seriously curious. Yes or no? Would you have given Tunsil $22 million if he stayed with Miami? Laremy Tunsil still with Miami, and he wanted to be the highest paid, and his agent said, give me my 22. Come on, I'm waiting on that individual to say absolutely in the comment section so I can know. I love identifying the trolls. But yet, I ain't trying to knock nobody, but some of the same people saying no, they wouldn't have gave him $20 million was mad that we traded him. Think about that. So what if we didn't trade him for the 2 first-round picks in the second, and we would have had to release them anyway? Because we didn't want to give them 22. Now what? What if we never released Tunsil? We never traded him, which means we didn't have a first-round pick next year, nor did we have that extra one this year, nor the second-rounder that we got this year. We didn't have none of that, but we got to let him walk anyway. And people killed me for saying it was a good trade. But now we realize, yeah, we wouldn't have paid no $22 million. Gosh, man, it's moments like this. And I feel bad for the individuals who unsubscribed to me at that moment because they're not even putting 2 and 2 together or what I just said to some of y'all. Because some of y'all might be having a revelation right now like, man, I never thought about it like that. We wouldn't have wanted to give him no $22 million. So I'm glad that we actually traded him and we got everything for him. Wow. We murdered that trade now. We killed that trade. Wow, the Miami Dolphins pulled off the heist of the world. But when it happened, everybody killed me for saying that. Not everybody, obviously. And I feel bad for the people who left the channel because their feelings were involved. Straight feelings were involved in it. Thought that I was the idiot of all idiots. I'm just repeating some of the things that were emailed and messaged to me. Bro, I've been following you for several months now, but I can't take this, bro. Now you're just going too far. You make 0 sense in this situation. 0. I can't do it, bro. Fins up, but I'm out. And I happily reply, sorry, it's not for you. There are a lot of Dolphin channels. Maybe consider one of those guys. They may be able to provide what you need. And not as shade, but hey, I might as well help the other guys out. It's crazy to me, man. And that's the one thing that I'm trying to learn about this world is how people can be so locked on to what they believe that it causes them to dislike other people or not respect perspectives. And that's real talk, y'all. That's something that I'm really studying and trying to understand. What causes people that hate other people's perspective to dislike them when it's only a perspective? It's only a perspective. Rashard Brown says some people can't handle the truth. But the truth is, Rashard, they don't know if it's the truth. So that's not really their fault. It's not their fault. And I know I'm sympathizing for those individuals, but you really got to, that's why I'm actually, whether y'all believe it or not, I read on stuff about this to understand. I love studying human behavior. I read on stuff on this because it's not their fault that they don't understand. It's not that they can't handle the truth. They literally don't truly understand. They don't see it how you see it. And that's not an individual's fault. Now, there are a lot of factors that they negate to help them see it. But again, it's who they are and how they were created and how they were influenced in their life, even from a young age, that brings them to the conclusions that they have. And you're right about that, Rashard. All possibilities are true, but they don't know that. All possibilities are true until proven otherwise. So I don't never get on them. I only get on their attack of me. I don't get mad at their perspective. I get mad at them for attacking me for mine. But where I got to do better is to learn how to not attack them for theirs only because they're attacking me for mine, because I am wise enough to understand that they just believe what they believe. Because Tunsil could have told Houston, give me $10 million a year. Now I'd be like, wow. You see how that changed? Tunsil could have literally said, give me $10 million a year for 5 years, and this whole narrative changes. It's still a good trade for us, but wow. It wasn't bad for them. They got the guy they wanted and at a good price. So perspective is nothing for people to argue about. It's for individuals to understand. That's where you open your brain and you start to understand how to become a wise person by understanding perspectives, even if it hurts you to understand someone else's perspective, because there is a reason they believe what they believe. And just because you don't understand that reason, it will be so much better for you to understand it so that you can still believe what you believe, but now reason with their understanding of it, man. It's crazy. It's like unlocking the key to society. If you could teach people to do that, we could all get along, we could all love each other, and we could all be fair to each other. That's the big part of it. If we could all understand that, we wouldn't have division and hate. I've only unsubbed from someone because they say something racist. Other than that, why do that? I agree, Rhino Seath. I agree. I only block people and stuff when they say things racist and stuff, or hateful, or beyond vulgar. Beyond vulgar. You know what? Something in my mind said, don't do it, TD, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm going to take it a step further, Rhino Seath. When you really think of it, I want you to even think about somebody who is racist. Some people may hate that I say this, but they have a point of view too. Because I always ask myself, what if I was born in a racist family? What if I was taught to be racist and it's all I know? And my development and upbringing was, this is what you're supposed to do. Then I would automatically be in a category and be that. Think about it. I'm a black man, but what if I wasn't and I was born and raised in a racist family and it's all I knew? And I know that there's opposition that say it ain't right, but my people tell me it's right, or the people that raised me say it's right. And I always tell people, don't forget that too. That's why what this nation has been through, it's going to take a level of healing that takes time. It takes time, and it's going to take a level of healing. I was doing some research last night based off of a thread somebody put in the comment section, even about the KKK. How there were 3 phases of the KKK in 3 different time frames. At first, it was over 6 million KKK members. And then the second wave of it, there was like 300,000. And today, there are about 3,000 to 6,000 members. It's going to take time for things to drain out over time. It's going to take time for those things to start to dissipate. And I would love for it to be rushed, especially from my perspective, who I am and, how I was born. But I ain't naive. I'm not naive. When I see the 8-year-old say some racist stuff, I don't get mad at that 8-year-old. It just tells me something about his parents, probably. That's the sad truth. Some people would not like that I said that, but it's the sad truth. It's the sad truth, man. So that's just who I am. I'm an even person that understands everybody's perspective, even if it's against mine and I don't like it. It's still a perspective. It's still a perspective, man. And I'm sorry, y'all, but those are facts. And I don't have to prove that. Those are facts. Those are facts, man. The problem, TD, is that those 3,000 races that still exist are billionaires and control all the stuff we have today. But also the problem is that we are automatically assuming that those 3,000 races are billionaires. We're assuming that. I could tell you a billionaire right now that used to be a registered Democrat for over 30 years, registered Democrat for over 30 years, and then ran for president as a Republican and got in the White House recently. Registered Democrat, was the coolest guy in America. In every rap video out there, the former president said the American dream is to be like this individual. Everything was all good. And then they ran on the other side. So that's the stuff that makes you like, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. And information that people don't know. You know how many people I asked that? And you can actually go look it up. The president was a registered Democrat. Had actually sent money funding Planned Parenthood. Registered. It's crazy. But information, if you don't know it, you don't know it. You don't know it, you don't know it, man. I'm going to get off all that mess, man. But you know what? I'm going to tell you one thing about TD. I read. I don't turn my TV on and listen to what those individuals, no matter what side it is, has to say. I read. And I go look for the facts. And when I read the facts, it's mind-blowing. And then you start questioning what's being delivered out here in the world via media. And it is not the facts. But some people make what the media say facts. It's crazy. Yes? Yes? Yeah, I'm wrapping up now. Oh, I don't went over my hour. See, I'm at 1 hour and 54 minutes, guys. 1 hour and 54 minutes. But anywho, this TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, man. I'll just say this. I encourage y'all to read and do research and understand everything that you support. It's that simple. I'll see y'all soon. It's your boy. Peace. I'm out, y'all. Let me go ahead and We got a lot of cleaning to do today, so we're going to get it rolling, all right? Great stream at TDPHINSTALK and chat. TD, great stream. Appreciate you, Vic. TD in trouble. I know. You're like, Tony, because I was supposed to go for an hour. I said, hey, I got to go live. You know, we got this breaking news. She's like, oh, okay, well, we'll clean up after you're done. So we're about to go, you know, clean up all the restrooms, wipe down counters, wipe down walls, because the babies be having some wall time, which is unapproved, but it happens. I don't know how. I just look up, be like, look at the crayon on the wall, throw them all away. No, you can't throw their crayons away. Tired of cleaning walls with crayons, then supervise. But all that good stuff, man. But I'm out of here, man. I love y'all, man. Peace, love, happiness. And I love y'all. 2040. 2040, baby. 2040. You want that Dolphin flag on the White House? 2040. I'm out, y'all. See y'all soon.